May 25, 1982, the Falklands War. Two aging Argentine A-4 Skyhawks, each loaded with 1,000 pounds of bombs, skim the churning waves of the South Atlantic. Their target, a pair of state-of-the-art British warships, HMS Coventry and HMS Broadsword. Their mission is a near-suicidal strike, a desperate gamble to break the British naval shield and turn the tide of the war. Leading the attack is Captain Pablo Carballo. He and his wingman, Lieutenant Carlos Rink, are using the Falkland Islands themselves as cover, flying so low that their jets are practically tasting the salt water. This tactic, called napaveth flying, is designed to make them ghosts on British radar screens, to get them inside the enemy's defenses before they can even react. It's a deadly game of hide-and-seek at over 500 miles per hour. Aboard HMS Coventry, a Type 42 destroyer, Captain David Hartdyke knows an attack is imminent. The ship's powerful radar system suddenly paints for contacts the Argentine Skyhawks. But just as quickly as they appeared, they vanish, disappearing behind the radar shadow of Pebble Island. This is the crew's worst nightmare. The island's proximity puts the ships inside the minimum engagement range of their own primary weapon, the high-tech Sea Dart missile system. The very shield designed to protect them from long-range threats is now utterly useless. They are blindfolded, waiting for a punch they know is coming but can't see. Suddenly, Carballo and Rink burst from behind the island. They're spotted. On Coventry, the Sea Dart operators frantically try to get a lock, but the jets are too low, hugging the wavetops. The missiles can't depress their launchers far enough to engage. It's now up to HMS Broadsword, armed with a shorter-range Seawolf missile system. Broadsword's radar gets a lock. The system is ready to fire. But just as the operator is about to launch, the two Skyhawks split apart, one veering left, the other right. The computer, designed to track a single target, can't handle the maneuver. It crashes. In a heartbeat, both ships are defenseless. The air fills with the desperate chatter of machine guns and rifles as sailors on deck open fire. A last-ditch effort to throw up a wall of lead. Tracers skip across the water, trying to find their mark. In this storm of gunfire, Carballo and Rink drop their bombs. They redesign to skip like stones across the sea surface before hitting a ship's hull. One of Rink's bombs slams into Broadsword, a direct hit. But incredibly, it doesn't explode. The 1,000-pound bomb tears clean through the frigate's hull, punches through the flight deck, destroying the ship's helicopter, and exits out the other side, splashing harmlessly into the ocean. A miracle for the British. For Carballo and the Argentine pilots, it's a disastrous failure. They bank hard and race for home, their mission incomplete. But the attack isn't over. Just 90 seconds later, the second pair of Skyhawks screams in. This time, it's Lieutenant Mariano Velasco and Ensign Jorge Berrianuevo. On HMS Coventry, they finally manage to fire a Sea Dart missile. It roars from its launcher, a streak of white smoke against the gray sky. But the Argentine pilots are masters of low-level flying. They see the missile launch and immediately dip even lower, disappearing from Coventry's radar. The multi-million-dollar missile, now blind, flies harmlessly past them and self-destructs. On Broadsword, the Seawolf system has rebooted. You get a solid lock on one of the incoming jets. This is it, their last chance. But in a fatal moment of miscalculation, HMS Coventry, in its turn to face the new threat, sails directly into Broadsword's line of fire. The Seawolf safety systems kick in, recognizing a friendly ship in the way, and refuse to launch. The final, most effective defensive weapon has just been neutralized by friendly fire. Aboard Coventry, things go from bad to worse. The main 4.5-inch guns targeting sites are misaligned. The smaller Oerlikon anti-air cannon jams after firing a single shot. Desperate sailors grab their personal rifles and fire at the jets, a futile gesture against armored aircraft moving at hundreds of miles per hour. Lieutenant Velasco levels his jet, aiming straight for Coventry. He holds down his cannon trigger, strafing the deck with 20mm rounds that rip through the ship's superstructure. He closes in, the ship filling his windscreen. He releases his 3 bombs. They hit the port side just above the waterline. To dull, sickening thuds echo across the water. For a moment, there's silence. Then cataclysm. Deep inside the ship, 2 of the 3 bombs explode. The first detonates in the forward engine room, ripping it apart and creating an instant inferno. The second tears through the computer room and explodes in the ship's nerve center, the operations room, shattering it and killing almost everyone inside. The lights go out, the power is gone. The screaming of turbines is replaced by the roar of fire and the groaning of twisted metal. Within seconds, HMS Coventry is listing heavily to port, mortally wounded and dying. Wounded and dazed, Captain Hartdike staggers out of the smoke-filled bridge onto a deck that is tilting beneath his feet at an alarming angle. But amidst the horror and chaos, he witnesses an act of supreme professionalism. His crew, trained for this exact moment, executes a textbook evacuation. They lower life rafts, tend to the wounded, and help their comrades escape the burning, sinking vessel. Men who were just moments before fighting for their lives are now focused on saving each other. Hartdike moves through the evacuating crew, ensuring everyone gets off. Finally, he stands alone on the rapidly capsizing hull. He is the last man off his ship. He jumps into a life raft and drifts away, watching as the ship he commanded rolls over and sinks beneath the waves, its bow pointing defiantly to the sky one last time. It took just 20 minutes. 170 men were rescued. 19 did not survive. All 4 Argentine pilots returned to base as national heroes. They had achieved a legendary feat of arms, sinking a modern frontline warship with World War II era tactics and sheer audacious bravery. But this stunning tactical victory could not change the ultimate outcome of the war. The story of HMS Coventry is not just one of victory or defeat. It's a stark, brutal reminder of the human cost of conflict, the critical role of timing and luck, and the raw courage displayed by men on both sides in the chaos of battle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.